The galaxy is said to be enormous. However, it's also expected that strong extraterrestrial civilizations would control the stars. Resources were the foundation of empires. Their warships, from far-off planets, displayed tremendous power. To them, Earth was nothing but a backwater, mentioned as a footnote in the universe's history. A planet, barely retaining its delicate atmosphere, its spaceports seen as a farce. The species that denigrated us saw no possibility, no danger, and no reason to be concerned. They never thought we'd become a threat. Their galactic councils allowed only laughter at our efforts. The top brass of species with vessels that could explore the stars at a single glance gathered to mock Earth. They ridiculed our attempts at space travel, mocking our antiquated technologies. They giggled at our awkward efforts to break free from our atmosphere. Our first spacecraft, a relic in comparison to their elegant, gravity-defying designs, was a laughable contrast. Earth's rudimentary facilities, assembled by a species still dependent on burning terrestrial fuels, became a symbol of backwardness. In their minds, Earth was trapped in the dark, playing an eternal game of catch-up where we were hundreds of years behind. Laughter wasn't limited to metaphors. Broadcasts featured extraterrestrial commentators brazenly mocking humanity's endeavors. Symposiums discussed why Earth would never amount to anything substantial in the galactic arena. We were deemed primitive, outdated, a species better left to their tiny planet. The arrogance of these advanced societies, with their millennia of technological dominance, left no room for considering that Earth might one day ascend to their level. After all, they had seen other species fail before us. To them, we were no different. The cosmic elite saw Earth's chambers as nothing more than a source of exotic amusement. Delegates would casually inquire, "Has Earth released another one of their gadgets?" Laughter would ripple across the room. Humanity's attempts at space travel were seen as laughable, an overly ambitious feudal species barely conquering its own planet, daring to dream of the stars. But they didn't account for one thing: humanity's tenacity. They didn't consider the countless engineers, scientists, and astronauts who ignored the galactic derision. They were too busy solving the challenges of space travel. For decades, humanity worked tirelessly, building and improving, learning from each failure and setback. Every mistake was a step forward. Space wasn't just a goal. It was the ultimate test. Wars had been fought over land, seas, and skies, but space was different. It wasn't about colonization or resources, it was about survival. It was about proving to the galaxy and to ourselves that we belonged among the stars. Despite ridicule, humanity pressed on. Scientists and engineers worked day and night with limited resources, not to impress, but to survive. They weren't building spacecraft to showcase elegance. They were building ships to last, to endure the harshest conditions. When the first fleet neared completion, the galaxy watched with confidence that Earth's alleged space fleet would be nothing more than a failure, another illustration of humanity's overreach. But humanity was ready. As the countdown began, the world held its breath. This wasn't just another launch. This was humanity's declaration. Years of labor, countless sleepless nights, and a relentless pursuit of innovation culminated in that moment. The engines roared to life, a deafening sound of fire and metal. The ships tore through the atmosphere, piercing the skies with an intensity that shook the Earth. For the first time, humanity wasn't just watching. We were reaching for the stars. The galaxy's laughter began to fade as Earth's fleet defied expectations. Alien observers, once so confident in their predictions of failure, scrambled to understand how humanity had achieved this. Our ships weren't sleek or polished. They were rugged and utilitarian. They weren't built to impress. They were built to survive. The extraterrestrials didn't see it coming. They failed to recognize the innovation happening behind closed doors, advancements in propulsion, breakthroughs in material science, and the unconventional thinking that drove humanity forward. Unlike the stagnant galactic powers, humanity had no choice but to innovate. Desperation drove invention. Piece by piece, spaceports once ridiculed became hubs of creativity. What seemed like patchwork solutions were, in reality, signs of a species willing to take risks no one else would. When the fleet launched, it wasn't just a technological achievement, it was a testament to humanity's resilience. For the first time, humanity proved we weren't just aiming for the stars, we were ready to thrive among them. The galaxy, once so certain of our failure, had underestimated us. And now, they were beginning to realize their mistake. This was only the beginning, Earth's moment, and we had no intention of allowing it to disappear. As Earth's fleet carried on ascending into space, the first shock of incredulity among the galactic watchers started to transform into something much more grave: concern. The extraterrestrial powers, so confident in their dominance of technology, had discarded humanity as unimportant. Yet they were unable to disregard the events that humanity was experiencing. The animals they had made fun of for so long were showing themselves to be a true force. Each sensor and every data transmission received from their observers painted the same picture. Earth's fleet was not only operational, but performing exceptionally well. The ships moved with an accuracy and quickness that defied everything the aliens believed to be true about humanity. The technology was unorthodox. It certainly didn't adhere to the common styles utilized throughout the galaxy for thousands of years. But Earth had constructed its fleet from the ground up, free from the limitations imposed by the legacy systems that other species had depended on for generations. The same restrictions did not apply to Earth's ships. Consequently, they were executing maneuvers the galaxy hadn't even considered possible. Perhaps the first real test came when an extraterrestrial patrol fleet, curious and maybe still doubtful, made contact with Earth's ships. What began as a routine interception quickly evolved into a lesson in underestimation. The extraterrestrials had expected Earth's spacecraft to be slow, clumsy, and easy targets. Instead, the ships consistently outmaneuvered them, armed with cutting-edge weapons designed to destroy or disable far more advanced vessels. The aliens found themselves unable to land even a single decisive blow on humanity's fleet. Meanwhile, Earth's ships retaliated with precision, dealing devastating blows that left the aliens scrambling. Earth's fleet wasn't built for mere survival. It was built for victory, and that's exactly what it delivered. The extraterrestrial patrol was outclassed and outnumbered, forcing them to retreat. Their confidence shattered. It became clear Earth was no longer a mere spectator in the galactic order. It had emerged as a dominant force, and the galaxy had noticed. Reports of Earth's fleet spread like wildfire through alien networks. What was once scorn and laughter turned into whispers of fear and confusion. How had Earth, a planet struggling with basic space travel just a few decades ago, managed to build a navy capable of subduing a galactic fleet? The question lingered in the minds of alien commanders and strategists. Some thought it was a fluke, a lucky break that wouldn't be repeated. But the wiser and more cautious among them realized that Earth had leveraged its unique situation. It wasn't luck, it was ingenuity. In the days that followed, more extraterrestrial fleets attempted to engage with Earth's ships, either to assert dominance or gather intelligence. Yet every encounter ended the same way. Earth's fleet wasn't just surviving, it was winning, decisively. The vessels, equipped with technologies the galaxy had never seen, moved through the cold vacuum of space like predators. They struck with precision and vanished before the aliens could react. But it wasn't just technology that gave humanity the edge. It was the way we fought. We didn't adhere to the same tactics alien species had used for centuries. We were unpredictable. Our strategies were forged from millennia of Earth's wars, where improvisation and adaptability were the keys to survival. The galaxy, so accustomed to rigid formations and predictable battles, was utterly unprepared for the chaotic brilliance of human strategy. With each victory, Earth's position solidified. What had once been a galactic order mocking humanity was now tempered with fear and respect. Alien leaders held emergency meetings, desperately trying to understand how a species they had dismissed as primitive could rise so quickly. Some called for alliances to integrate Earth into the fold before it gained too much strength. Others argued for preemptive strikes or isolation, worried about what humanity might do if left unchecked. But Earth didn't care, at least not about galactic dominance. To us, it was never about conquest. It was about survival. We had spent too long being overlooked, dismissed, and undervalued. We deserved our place among the stars, not by force, but through creativity and determination. The galaxy was changing, and at its heart, Earth was no longer the primitive laughingstock clinging to a tiny corner of space. We had proven to the universe that we were not only capable of surviving, but thriving in the harshest conditions imaginable. Alien beings who once looked down on us now watched cautiously, uncertain of humanity's next move. But for us, the goal was simple. We would continue to explore, to build, and to protect our newfound place in the galaxy. The fleets that had once been ridiculed now stood as symbols of Earth's resilience, a testament to our refusal to be defined by anyone else's expectations. As the stars stretched out before us, we knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy seemed vast, but we were ready to claim our part of it. Not through conquest, but through the same traits that had brought us this far: determination, ingenuity, and the unyielding belief that no matter how many times we were knocked down, we would rise again. The galaxy had underestimated us, and once again, it had learned its lesson. What had begun as derision had transformed into respect that was quickly turning into awe and fear. Earth's fleet had proven itself, not just in battle, but as a force to be reckoned with. The once dismissive alien powers now found themselves scrambling to adapt to a new reality. The balance of power in the galaxy, shaped over millennia, had shifted, and at its center was Earth, a planet that had once been ignored, but was now rising to a place no one could have foreseen.